Once again, we're here with the movement here at Jstylz barbershop and stylist here. What we want to talk about today is the fact that a lot of times we discredit different types of music and different genres of music, and a lot of people of faith who believe in God and a lot of leaders in ministries, one way or another, they discredit a lot of music and say you shouldn't listen to this, you shouldn't listen to that. The trouble for me, being young and coming up, in church and some of the other things that your beliefs are challenged with, I had to realize that there are some things that I was very much connected to, being a musician and playing in different bands and playing with different people and being exposed to a lot of different types of music. I had an affinity to play a lot of different things and desire to hear a lot of different things. And a lot of people didn't understand why I fell in love with hip-hop music. And I fell in love with hip-hop music because of the message behind it and the actual generation that was a part of. Same thing like in the 70s or in the 60s, the music really drove whatever the style or whatever the charisma was for that time. That's what people went by. Fashion was geared towards music and things of that sort. So I was drawn to hip-hop music. So when I started to really build a relationship with God, I was told that was something I shouldn't take part in. And of course, I fell away from that. But as I got older, I started realizing, am I not listening to it because I think it's wrong, or was I not listening to it because somebody told me I couldn't listen to it? So it went along with a whole lot of other things. They told us we couldn't go to the movies. They told us we couldn't go to football games, basketball games, and all those other things, which is really silly. So as I got older, I started making a decision for myself. I'm not going to deny myself something I really like or something I really love. Like I said, I was a musician, so I loved all those things. One of the things we want to talk about today while we're in the barbershop is the fact of what music do you listen to, how does it affect you, and why do you feel that either you don't like it or you don't think it's right, why you feel that way, or why do you feel that it's okay for you to indulge in certain types of music. Kenny, you're a praise and worship leader at a church. So what music influences you the most?
Listen, believers. It's like that's what they want to do. My outlook as I've grown is, since I don't govern myself by religion, so therefore I don't use religious rules. I do lead praise and worship on Sundays, and I get to it, but my ears are plugged. I have them tatted up, meaning I started looking at, like I would look at on like TV, and you would see like Hillsong,
right?
And you see how these guys got like the big beards with the tattoos, and and they're not dressed up in a suit.
And they moving thousands
of people, but then you have 20 people in your congregation, and you trying to tell them what they can and can't do, so something wasn't adding up to me. So then that's when I had to be like, yo, I'm just myself. So what type of music I listen to is the same thing of what type of music, movies I watch. If it makes me feel uncomfortable, meaning I could be listening to Boyfriend Number 2, I hate that song.
Right.
Because it's not even, why would I want to sing Boyfriend Number 2 and I wouldn't want my girl with another? It's like, it's what is it telling me?
Pretty much what you believe in life.
It's what you believe in life. It should be to say, like I listen to classical, I listen to jazz. That's on my station. Because I can think. So whatever mood I'm in, I'm going to listen to it, but I don't care if it has cussing in it or not. I mean, people act like they don't listen to it, but what you saying in your head, when you know what I mean, like your thoughts. So music is thoughts expressed.
I call you stupid or crackhead and this and that. I'm all just cuss. So it ain't no different. It's just a word.
That's why I get back to like, it's whatever you prefer as a person. Yeah. But I don't think that you have to listen to James Cleveland to draw you closer to
No waste time.
No waste time, because for real, since this is that type of cast, it's just like people bashing a certain type of people, but we all already know in music. Yeah. But we already know how they living.
Right.
Which brings it back to we can never judge another person on what they do, because you know what I mean. Because people are very judgmental. So
at the same time, you gotta look at. I look at his music as a message. Like it's a message. It's nothing but.
So
a
doesn't
big
matter who
poem.
it comes from.
It don't. Want me to tell you why? Because if you take every song, take all the lyrics out, put it on a piece of paper, and you read it, you're reading what somebody's thinking, what they want you to believe, or what they want to put out there, or they want to tell you something, or anything. And they want to tell you how to relate to something. They want to tell you a love song. They want to tell you how to treat a woman in this and that, whether it's good or wrong. It's to you to decide what you want to do with that, what you read. With a gospel song, all they doing is telling you something that happened in the Bible. It's a story. And so as far as like saying, like even putting things in different genres, everything you listen to is telling stories, or they telling you different outlets on different things.
So my question to you would be, I'm sorry, my question to you would be, not you, but just in general.
In general.
Why do some people have a problem listening to Frank Ocean after they found out he was gay?
Because people they're more focused on somebody's lifestyle
Well, how
image.
can that, but okay, so if you're more focused on that, then there are gospel artists that we know for a fact that are. So why are people so judgmental? Or that's
because it goes back to people pick and choose what they want to deal with and believe in, what they can handle, want to handle.
So why can't you handle one, but you can't handle the other?
I mean, that's just a person.
It's the prism where we choose to look at it as. If we look at music from a religious perspective, then you're gonna put music in a box, and you're gonna box things down, and you're gonna pick and choose what it is. When the truth is, like, all of us as individuals, every human being is a child of God. Every human being is been created. We're all equal. We're all the same. We all have different things going on, but we're all basically genetically the same. We're all children of God. So then you're telling, well, but only this music comes from God. No, it all comes from God. Right.
It's just what
the
people
devil
choose
doesn't create anything.
It's people choose their battle, just like what you said about the Frank Ocean thing. You can take a gospel artist that's homosexual and everything, and a R&B singer that's homosexual. Church person, a preacher, going to say that gospel artist, he's struggling.
Right. Yeah.
So the other person, he's not struggling. He just got to be straight up.
But you got it. So I think.
But it's the person that puts an image on you, and they want to pick and choose their people. If you're of them, you're saying, preaching what they want to say, and it's helping them get money, and it's helping their churches to move. If you make a song and you're gay, and you make a song, and my church likes that song, likes the lyric, and they're singing they're not going to not support you. They're going to say that man's struggling.
So what you got to remember is that what the church is really good at is hiding. And a lot of people are good at hiding. They have issues, but they hide from their issues because they want everybody to think that they're perfect. So when you have an artist that comes from the church who may be a homosexual, we don't want to deal with that. We want to deal with the fact of just their music. But when we have the secular artist, it's not about really destroying that person. It's about destroying that genre of music. They say this is why it's messed up because of this person. But you got the same people in the church doing the same things, but because they're supposedly representing who you are, you won't discredit that. So once the church stops hiding, and once the church stops lying, and once the church stops telling people that they're perfect, but they're not perfect, that's when we can move forward and progress. And we can there's certain people who just want to know that somebody's out there like them, that they got struggles like they got struggles, so that they can help them out. You will never get free from anything until you come to the place where you can expose it. If you can't expose it, then you can't get free from anything. So if that's the case, and you feel like this is such a big sin, then why do you have those things around you? It's because there's really not a difference in between what they're doing and what the other people are doing.
And I get all of that. But here's the way I live my life. I don't look at what anyone else does as a sin. I don't. Because you can't judge I can have worse thoughts and hate in my heart.
Absolutely.
And it's what I live by this. Whatsoever a man thinks in his heart, that's who he is. So I don't judge. You could be doing whatever. You could have, if you don't have self-control over anything, then that's one thing. But I cannot judge where someone's heart is.
Yeah.
I'll never be able to judge how they live their life. That's the reason why 6 months out of the year, I try to stay out of yours.
Yeah.
And the rest, I try to pay attention to mine. And so if we take religion off, it's hard to do it because that's how we were brought up. But if we take religion off and stop saying, not anyone particular, but I'm just saying as a church, stop saying this is how it should be.
Yeah.
You can't tell Beethoven when he was writing what he was writing, which is everyone knows Beethoven, right? Am I right or wrong?
Absolutely.
You can't tell that person how they should be in order to create.
Yeah.
Because then if you have your hand, like you said, everything comes from God. Everything. So whether you could be 500 pounds, whether you're a homosexual, whether you're a liar, why do we categorize it? We shouldn't.
It's the same thing when you're people, church people, let me say that, religious people, they criticize different people who listen to different type of music and this and that. But when you have a newborn baby, a pastor, whether you're a pastor of a church, you're a mother of the church, or deacon, saint, friend, whatever you are, and you call yourself this, when you have a newborn child, what church hymn song do you sing to that newborn child? Or do you sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? Rain Rain Go Away? Like, where is Rain Rain Go Away in the hymn book? Where is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? It's song. It's the something that it is soothing to your mind, the rhythm, the lyrics of something. It's just an influence on what you want, what point you want to get across. If you want to make a child sleepy and tired, you want to put them to sleep, you're not going to sing no Thai tribute and get them all hyped and stuff. You're going to sing something that's going to put them to sleep, a little lullaby. Lullabies ain't in the church hymn book.
So how do we change it?
It's not changing. You have to live your life.
No, I'm not saying you're changing it, but since this is what this is for. Because we always point out the problem, but never the solution.
So people have to stop judging what you hear and what you listen to, and stop picking and choosing. But you tell people they can allow.
Is it people? Or is it us? Is it me?
Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment, give us some feedback, shoot us some other ideas of videos you would like to see in the future. So get out there and join the movement, and do it today.